lesson 6. In this lesson, we are going to look at stacking, okay? And you look on stacking as a container that you put your images into. So you can see here, this is the app we're going to make. We're going to put 4 images into the container, into the stack. And then we will view it on an iPhone 11 Pro Max, and you can see everything is neatly aligned horizontally and vertically. And then we viewed it in the iPad Pro, and obviously this is a bigger screen, so the images look smaller, but they're actually the same size. We're just showing that it views in both devices centered nicely. Okay, so let us start making our app. So once again, it's File, New, Project, everyone. And single view app. Product. I'm going to call mine Stacking 2 because I already have a Stacking 1 that I just created. So Stacking 2. And I click Next and I create. Then I want to go to my main storyboard. And I want to introduce the stacking element. So once again, we go to our library, search for stack. Now, if you remember the example that I showed you in the phones here, these are vertical alignments. So that's what I'm going to bring in here. So I have a stack, horizontal and vertical. I am going to bring in vertical. Okay? So there I've got my stack. Now I need to bring my buttons in. So for this example, I'm going to bring in 4 buttons. So what I am going to do is go plus and search for button. And I can drag it here. Now you can drag it inside the stack like that. And then you can see it. So that's my first button. Then I'll do plus button. And you can drag it in again. Sometimes it can be tricky to actually get it in there. But I can see here that it's correct. It's inside stack view. So then I'll do it again. And another way to do it is you can drag it up here. If it's tricky to get it in there, you can drag it here. So I've done it both ways. I'll drag the button up there. Now I don't want it there or like that. I want it here. Can you see the difference? That's inside stack view. That will be on the main screen. It's not inside stack view. So I click there and I should have 4 buttons. So I'm happy with my 4 buttons. Okay? So let's go and view this straight away in an iPhone. We always like to view what we've done so we know where we stand. So remember, I've put the 4 buttons inside a container. And as you can see, we have no constraints on them, so they've all just gone top, left, and horizontally and vertically we've no constraints. So the beauty here is that in the stack view, I can control the stack view which horizontally and vertically on the phone. And I'll add them 2 constraints. Okay, now let's just look at our app. And now everything's in the middle. And that's where we wanted it. So the next thing we want to do is we want to put the images. So like in the previous video, we have to get our pictures and put them into our assets folder. So I'm going to click on Finder. And as you know, I have mine organized in my documents, and I know exactly what's in here. So I'm going to take 3 pictures that are the same size and drop them in. And then just so you understand, this one is 200 by 200. These 3 are all 100 by 150. So I'm going to drag in the bigger one as well. Okay, so then I can go to my main storyboard. Now for button 1, I just want to click on button 1. I want to change the image. And I'm going to do like the image I showed you here. I'm going to put the large one first, just so for consistency. So I go to image and it's bird 10. Then I go to the second one and I go to image and I can just go bird 1, and then here I will go to image bird 2, and then here I'll go to the last button and I go image bird 3. Okay, first thing you can notice is they're kind of on top of each other, so I like to space them out. It looks nice, so we can do this little spacing option of 10. Okay, so it just spaces them out nicely. Then the other thing you have to notice is they're not perfectly aligned inside the stack view. So what we want to do is we just want to get rid of the writing, because we won't be using writing in our app anyway, because the writing is there but you can't see it. So we'll just delete the writing and you can see they align a lot better. So we won't be using text probably in your app, because remember, we're making an app for 4-year-olds. So you're going to have very little text. We try and use images. So now we've got our 4 pictures nicely aligned, and let's check this on the phone. Okay, that looks nice. Once again, we always like to check it on a different device. So we go to the iPad Pro, which is here. We're going to get a very simple, I think I have the spacing at 20 here, so it might change a little bit. I forgot to run that, my bad. So this, I think I have the spacing at 20. It might be closer together. And just to show you these features, this time I'm going to put the spacing at 40. So I've increased the spacing. You don't see it here, but when we run it on the iPad, it's 40. It has spaced out more. And let's go back one more time. We'll go back to the iPhone 11 Pro Max and we'll run it there. Okay, and it's spaced out even more. Okay, guys, that's everything for stacking for this video. Hope you enjoyed. And there is a part 2 in this, so it's more advanced stacking, and I'll explain that in the next video. Okay, see you guys again. Bye bye.